So friends, on the Donald Trump accountability front, at the moment, all eyes are turning to District Attorney Fani Willis and the state of Georgia. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, right about now, we all sort of have Georgia on our minds, don't we? Because it looks like Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis is getting closer and closer to holding accountable Donald Trump and his criminal cabal for their Georgia state election crimes. Here's the new reporting from CNN. Headline: Georgia grand jury investigating Trump and 2020 election aftermath completes its work. And that article begins, the Atlanta area special grand jury investigating whether former President Donald Trump and his allies violated the law in their efforts to overturn the 2020 election has completed its work, according to a new court filing. Special grand juries in Georgia are not authorized to issue indictments, but the panel will issue a final report that serves as a mechanism for the special grand jury to recommend whether Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis should pursue indictments in her election interference investigation. Willis can then go to a regularly impaneled grand jury to seek indictments. DA Willis has already spent more than a year digging into Trump and his associates, kicking off her investigation in early 2021, soon after a January call became public in which Trump pressured Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to find the votes necessary for Trump to win the Peach State in the presidential election. Over time, her investigation has expanded beyond that call to include false claims of election fraud to state lawmakers. That would be by Rudy Giuliani and Jenna Ellis. The fake elector scheme, that would be by guys like John Eastman and his criminal associates. And efforts by unauthorized individuals to access voting machines in one Georgia county, and threats and harassment against election workers. But friends, it all started with that phone call. And will we ever forget that phone call? Donald Trump, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes. And who was Donald Trump pressuring in that call? To just find him enough votes so he could corruptly be declared the winner in Georgia? Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who has testified before the special grand jury about Donald Trump's crimes. So what else has DA Willis been doing over the course of the past year or so to investigate Donald Trump's crimes? Well, she has been defeating a whole bunch of, I'm going to call them what they are, scared little boys who desperately did not want to testify to the Georgia State grand jury about the election crimes of Donald Trump. Fani Willis has been taking these little boys to court, one after another, and she has been defeating each and every one. The littlest general, Mike Flynn, Fani Willis beat him. The littlest mayor, Rudy Giuliani, Fani Willis beat him. And the littlest senator, Lindsey Graham, who scurried all the way up to the United States Supreme Court in his determination not to have to testify about Donald Trump's crimes. He wanted to bury that information. He wanted to hide it from the Georgia state officials and by extension from we the people. And Fani Willis defeated him. Each and every scared little boy was forced by Fani Willis and by the courts to appear before that Georgia special grand jury investigating the crimes of Donald Trump. Okay, friends, so now briefly, what happens procedurally moving forward? Well, District Attorney Willis will take the report that was generated by the Georgia special grand jury, and she'll return to the regular grand jury. Georgia has this somewhat unusual dual grand jury system where the special grand jury is empowered to issue subpoenas and compel testimony, but it can't return indictments. So DA Willis will go back to the regular Georgia State grand jury, and she'll make a presentation of the evidence that was developed by the special grand jury. She won't have to present all the witnesses again, but she'll basically summarize the evidence, the information, the testimony that was developed in the special grand jury for the grand jurors who are sitting as part of the regular grand jury. And then, if the report issued by the special grand jury has enough evidence and information in it to seek indictments, and friends, how could it not, with that criminal phone call being the centerpiece, the marquee incriminating evidence proving Donald Trump's crimes? Assuming the special grand jury recommended charges, then Fani Willis will ask the regular grand jury to vote on those charges and to indict Donald Trump and anybody else for whom the special grand jury developed enough evidence of criminality to charge them. That is procedurally where things go from here, and I don't think it will take all that long. So, yes, District Attorney Willis has been sawing the justice wood in front of her, methodically, aggressively, and with unwavering determination. And it sure looks like, to District Attorney Fani Willis, justice matters. Friends, I think we're getting close. I think we are getting close to accountability. So please hang in there. Please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.